You'll like this one, I think. So it came out, there was an investigative thing in Britain that Amazon is destroying products at their factories. Something like 130,000 products at one factory per week are being destroyed by Amazon.
Okay.
And I thought this was interesting because this is one story that beyond the headline I have some insight into because I know a lot of friends who do FBA. And it's like...
Well, used to do FBA.
Used to do
FBA. A lot of
FBA.
it didn't work out.
A lot of it didn't work out. They had to destroy their products, which is what I'm going to say. It's so...
For people who don't know, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but FBA that was like the trend of...
Make money.
Online, live on the beach. You know those photos where someone's sitting in the sand with their laptop? Like that dream was fulfilled by Amazon. It was the idea that you could, with no effort, skill, or added value on your part, take a product from China, sell it on Amazon. Never take inventory. Don't innovate to make the product good. You don't have to be... This isn't true. This is what's the promise. You don't have to be a particularly good marketer. You just take a product from China, put it on Amazon, and then start cashing checks from the beach. That was the promise of like 3 years ago.
And to be clear, that was one way to do FBA. FBA just means fulfilled by Amazon. Which
you can do it.
You can make your own product and have Amazon fulfill it.
I know a guy who does it with, oh my God, I forget what they're called. He creates the suit that you put on to go sit in a swamp with a rifle if you want to paintball or hunt. The ghillie suit. He makes ghillie suits and they're super expensive, but he sells them on Amazon and makes a killing. And they're his ghillie suits. You know what I mean? They're not just from they're not chintzy little plastic things from a factory. But I think the dream, which people bought into, was this idea that it was easy, required no skill, required no value added, required nothing basically, except for that you're in on the secret. So that's why there was this surge in FBA, which has subsequently gone away because people found out it's actually kind of hard and you need to... It
hasn't gone away totally. What they're saying now is Amazon automation. Like the promises, I'll get to the story, but the promises of free money are they must grow exponentially. Before it was like you set up your own product. Now it's like you send me 10K, I'll set up your product and you'll just cash checks. It's absurd.
Well, you have to move the offer though, because the offer doesn't work. And so then people get wise to that. So then you have to change your offer for how to be an entrepreneur with no effort or risk of failure. Like the way you deliver that has to move over time because everything you offer isn't actually effective. And so people get wise to that. So then you need to shift your offer.
They call this the mechanism in marketing, which is like people have wanted the same things for a long time. Like we all want to be attractive, but you constantly have to shift the mechanism. So like it's the Bowflex one day, then it's like the ab squeezer one day, then it's something else because people have that desire and they still want it to be immediately fulfilled without effort.
They buy your pills that don't work and they buy your Bowflex that doesn't work.
You just got more mechanisms.
Yeah. So the mechanism for getting rich with no effort so you could live on the beach was, for a while, FBA.
Yes. So this comes out and it's like, as a I'm like, this is a non-story. Amazon, this is just written on their website. Like this is the terms they have. If you want us to, we will ship you back your product at cost to you, which we've held in our warehouses, or you can pay a lesser fee and we'll dispose of it for you.
Right, because basically you were trying to sell rubber band bracelets. It didn't work out and you want to shut down your business, but we have 1,000 rubber band bracelets that belong to you that we're storing.
Well, so it's just funny because the story is like, it's like somebody, Chuck E. Cheese, which was, I don't know if it's still around, is, found out that kids were throwing like ball pit balls at each other and it's like breaking news, like kid pelts other child with
Chuck E. Cheese throws out stale pizza at the end of the night.
Yeah. It's like, what are you, of course this has been happening. So the fact that it's a leaked investigation, I just thought was such a funny framing because everyone knows this. This is not a secret.
On their website.
Secondarily, people's concept of numbers is of course, we have none. We have no relative scale. Is 130,000 products out of single factory a lot or a little? Compared to what? It just feels like a lot of products. But who knows how many it is. I don't know if it's the case, but I know that of the people that I know, so many disposals. And if you think of the things that we've had people selling, a single person could liquidate 1,000 or 2,000 products like that. And these are not big sellers. Like, my... like food saver bags didn't work out. There goes 2,000 food saver bags this week.
Which you paid 10 cents for. So, from them, it's like, I paid $200 for these. Just get rid of them.
Just burn them. And so they incinerate them. And it's not good. It's an indictment of the consumerist culture. It is all these things, but it is not unique to Amazon. This is what businesses and people do. Like every time you're at dinner and don't eat your whole meal, you are participating in the same cost-benefit analysis.
I've always disliked this when you get physical spam mail.
Yeah.
It has always bothered me that they don't have to pay for the costs that they externalize. So they print coupons and they mail them to you, and you don't want them, and you call them and you say, please stop. And the next month they do it again anyway. And you just can't get them to stop. And you have to throw it out or recycle it, at which point a recycling plant has to pay money to transform it into something else, or else it just fills a landfill. And it's like, this company can only do this because they aren't paying for all this downstream cost that they create by flippantly mailing people that don't want what they're sending.
That's an interesting thing. Like, if you think of what a mailbox and even an email has become, you have to pay to send it there with physical mail, but you should almost have to pay for the space in that individual's mailbox. Like, I don't want your crap in my
I've always
mailbox.
thought this was bullshit because of how hard it is to get them to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I've told you not to. You are mailing me garbage that I don't want, that I don't remember signing up for. And now I have to dispose of it.
You didn't sign up.
Company.
You didn't sign up. You have an address.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm unsolicited getting garbage sent to me that I don't want, and you won't listen to me when I tell you to stop. And then I have to give someone else the garbage that they then have to pay to get rid of, and you don't bear those costs. So to you, it makes sense to keep sending garbage randomly to every address in the world because some of them become customers, and the ones that don't, not my problem.
Yeah, it's cheap enough.
It's always bothered me.
Buy paper in bulk is cheap.
Yeah.
That's capitalism has lots of problems with externalities for sure. This particular one, my take was that Amazon gets beat up on for things that we demand Amazon do and that we all participate in at our own scale, probably relative to Amazon. I would bet that Amazon, this is just a guess, has more programs to redistribute the stuff that they don't use than most Americans. Like,
who just throw out junk when they don't want it anymore. Yeah.
Whatever they don't want. Like, and some people will take it to Goodwill, and this.
Some people also just hoard that stuff in a basement.
Yeah. They just bear the costs of storage. But it was just interesting to have a little bit of knowledge and see some of the comment outrage, and you go, this is being funded by a bunch of people on FBA and that create products that can't be sold, and other weird this was another thing. We, at the convenience stores where we grew up, they would like throw out food at the end of the night, and we would ask, and there was regulations because the food could be spoiled. So there's these weird incentives.
Oh, you couldn't. I tried.
They wouldn't let you. Like, I'm sorry, we want to donate all of these soft pretzels at the end of the day to a food bank. We would love to.
You could not, as a high school kid, go to a Dunkin' Donuts, get all of their leftovers from the day, and drive it to a homeless shelter yourself. You just couldn't do it.
Yes.
Wasn't allowed.
Because they were either the liability or the legalities. It was like, we can't because it could be spoiled and it's technically bad and we're not allowed to do it. So we've got a lot of weird incentives.
Except in Vegas. Vegas is good. They give them all to pig farms.
Oh, yeah?
I think so. All the Vegas buffets and stuff.
Oh, really?
They ship, if you don't eat their sushi and caviar for the day, then they just ship it to a pig farm, I think.
That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody, I mean, again, I've had dumb ideas, but I was watching, I think, Crystal and Sagar, and Crystal said she suspected it was to maintain high prices. It's like, no. This is not why they're doing this. It's to not pay storage fees for stuff that people don't want. It's not diamonds where they're artificially inflating the price of things.
It's not because Amazon is saying that people don't want to buy it, just to be clear. It's because the seller says, Amazon, I don't want you to store it anymore.
That's FBA, but I'm sure that Amazon has their own products that they're not doing. And it's just because it costs a lot of money to distribute stuff. If you've ever tried to give away your old stuff, it's like, who wants it? Like, a handful of things go quickly in the garage sale, and a lot of it is really hard to move. And it takes a full day, and it's probably not worth the effort if you were to measure the cash that you got out of it. If you measure the satisfaction for having rehomed some of your old things, maybe it is. But it's just interesting that, I mean, I've probably made that jump. I was wrong the other week about Fauci's emails coming from a leak, and it came from something else. It came from a governmental
freedom
request,
of information.
Freedom of information. It's just, it's just how easy it is to like read a headline, intuit something, and get it completely wrong. So hope that you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more like this and have us do more podcasts, we are 100% funded by our generous patrons. And if you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description, and we'll have one pop up on the screen right here so that we can do more podcasts where we have fun conversations and hopefully some deep ones like this. Either way, hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.